Right, we are live. How are you, Kimberly?
I am fine, Becky. How are you doing today?
Good. I gotta fix my chair here. There. It's always difficult because you never know which direction that's going to go.
hmm hmm
So we're celebrating your second book today, and I, I'm just so excited because I just love the Mystic and Boysen series, and I actually I think I have it up on my screen. So talk to us about. I'll show a picture of it, and I put a link to get the book in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
But what's been the journey? What prompted you to start writing a book like this, and what's been your journey?
Well, Christmas books are always my favorite books to read. And with the first adventure of Mystic and Poison, going to the dentist was great, and it was a good story to be told, but it also kind of limited a little bit about who would really appreciate it and who would really enjoy it. Where when it comes to a Christmas book, it's just a lot more universal. I mean, not to say obviously not everybody celebrates Christmas, but everybody knows who Santa Claus is, and that it's a happy holiday, and that everybody seems to enjoy it. And we believe very deeply in Santa Claus in this house. And so to be able to take these two characters that I love and give them an opportunity to learn something about the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of kindness and love for everybody was a real treat for me. It was a super exciting thing, and the story just like flowed really well once I got through it. And my daughter, she helped me brainstorm just a couple of the little things in there, but it flowed really easily and really quickly. So I'm very, very excited and very proud of this book. I really am.
Well, you should be because it is truly a fun book. And I enjoyed being able to work on it myself, just simply because there was just something so magical about it, and you could sense the adventure. And, for children, good books are, well, I know I've read to my grandkids so many of the times, and did with my children growing up too.
Mhm.
And such an integral part, but I love your graphics. I love everything, the way that you put this book together.
Thank you so much. Yeah, my illustrator, Lydia, is my best friend's daughter, and she did all the illustrations on the dentist book, A Mystic and Boysen Go to the Dentist, last year. She's 16 now and still did a fantastic job on this one. Most people who have the first book will notice that the illustrations themselves are more sophisticated, and they have a lot more detail involved in them. And Lydia did a wonderful, wonderful job on this book. I'm very, very pleased.
She's a remarkable illustrator.
She really is. Yeah, she really is. And I feel very protective and very like, oh, she's mine. But yeah,
nobody else.
She's she's a very, very talented artist, and she's going to go places in this world for sure. I have no doubt.
That's wonderful. I have a former kindergarten teacher that is doing a book of the crazy things that kids say, especially kindergartners and first graders.
I'm sure she's got plenty of material to work with.
and actually, he's a big buff guy, and now he runs a gym. And his illustrator is doing a really good job too. So there's so much beautiful talent out there.
There really is. And to find an illustrator that gets your vision and understands what you're trying to say and will work with you, and really, Lydia was so fantastic, because for every little thing that I wanted, I was like, oh, let's add this, and oh, can we add this, and let's change this a little bit. So she was really, really a great, very integral partner in this entire thing. And to find an illustrator who can do that for you is a coup. It's amazing. It's so great. It
really is. Yeah. And do you have any other books in brewing in the background?
I actually was kind of thinking maybe a Halloween book next year. I'm not sure, and I have zero idea what my story will be, but it just occurred to me just a few days ago. I was like, maybe Halloween next year. We'll see. And then I also had kind of an idea, and I haven't even talked to Lydia about this yet, but I would love to do a calendar too. So of the characters.
Yeah. That would be so much fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I do have 2 or 3 other stories just percolating in my brain. So I'll give myself some time, but they'll come out at some point in time, I'm sure.
Oh, that's so cool. So, with your first book, it was Mystic and Boysen Go to the Dentist, which was actually almost a learning kind of thing, something that how hard it is to sometimes with little ones to get them to understand the value of brushing your teeth.
It was. And my husband being a dentist, it was really a very good story as far as he was concerned. He thought it was great to, anything that you could do to kind of teach kids that they don't need to be afraid, and that the dentist is there to help them, and that if they take care of their own oral hygiene, that they'll be ahead of the game basically as they get older. So
very good. Does he carry it in his office? Or
he does. He has a stack of them in his office. Yes, he does.
So cool. And then for this book, where do you see this going as far as have you been able to get any placement in any of the bookstores? Or
I've tried. There's a few consignment bookstores that I've been into contact with and that kind of thing. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, it's been really hard to kind of go into a store and say, "Hey, here's my book," because so many places are hesitant to put in any big orders and that kind of thing. So I've really kind of been struggling a little bit with that. But
I think once the pandemic's over, because I had brought on staff, a woman that she was getting our authors booked at the different bookstores.
Yeah.
And she was doing really good. And then the pandemic help came along and that all stopped because they just weren't doing it.
Yeah.
And so now I think people are in that wait and see mode.
Yes, very much so. But I'd love to be at the top of her list when she starts working again.
I will keep in mind. I need to reach out to her and see what she's doing now. Okay. So the next books for this book, tell us the process that you went through in creating the story.
Well, I've always enjoyed cheesy rhymes, and creating fun poetry has always been my thing ever since I was a kid. And so with this particular book, I knew I wanted it to be a Christmas idea, and I don't even really remember where the first idea for Reindeer came from or anything along those lines. And like I said, I was brainstorming with my daughter, and we decided on the little things first, and then I was able to build a story around it. So if you can believe it, the first idea that we both agreed on was caramel apples. Definitely, Mystic and Boysen have to be feeding caramel apples to the reindeer. And so from there, it just kind of snowballed, and that they would be on vacation, and that they would meet these reindeer, and then that they would sneak down to feed the reindeer some apples, and then they would meet somebody that they didn't expect to meet there. Yeah. So, and it's not a huge secret as to who that somebody could possibly be. But that they met Santa, and that they got to sit down and have a conversation with him, and that he was able to impart to them, the spirit of kindness and the spirit of love and the spirit of respect for your fellow man, just for everybody, because everybody's having a hard time just living lately, and to be able to have Santa basically tell everyone that, take it easy on your fellow person, love them, respect them for everything that they are and everything that they do and everything that they hope for in this world, because that's the best thing that you can do, is to be a good friend to people.
Yes,
and
for sure.
Help them with love and kindness. So.
Well, it's a beautiful story. I have just thoroughly enjoyed it. I love to just go page through and look at the pictures and really kind of soak it up. And we're going to spend Thanksgiving with our grandkids in New Mexico. So I'm like, I got a new book to read.
Fantastic. Well, that's exactly what I wrote it for, was for families to enjoy together, and for them to be able to talk basically also about the story behind it and the moral behind it. So, I'm so glad.
Beautiful job. So, as we move forward, there's a lot of opportunity, and I'm doing a showcase. I've got a mobile app now, so we'll be doing the showcase as soon as that little tidbits of it get the finishing touches on it.
Mhm.
I'll be taking this video and having it on there, have a showcase of the books that you've done.
Fantastic.
So it's all about promotion and marketing that makes it truly successful.
Indeed. Yeah. Well, I've got a Facebook page and I've got my Instagram, and I am flooding my friends and family with promotional things to share. So, that's the best that you can do in this time. So.
Yeah, this time. And also, I have a blog and I have an email list that this has gone out to. In fact, the email list was waiting for this video. I wanted to add it to the emails.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That's exciting.
So congratulations on book number 2.
Thank you.
That's how it all starts, because as you get a series of these books, they're going to constantly know that they can go back and find more.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. So, yeah, for sure.
That's the key to success. What a delight to see you again. And
you too.
To work with you on these projects. And
thank you so much. I appreciate your time and your patience dealing with me. And you've been fantastic help. So I really appreciate that.
Awesome. Well, enjoy I think you're on fall break with your daughter?
Yes.
Enjoy your time.
Thank you very much. I will.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.